guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So Shabby Saturday day today. So what I thought I would do, now I wanted to make these boxes to go on my shelf, to put all my little scrap fabricy bits in, to try and tidy up a little bit. Now I did mention I wanted to make these the other day, so I thought I would give it a go. And I'm loving them, absolutely loving them. So this one, I've used the new papers and look how beautiful they look. I think it's lovely. So look at that. And then I've just gessoed in the front. So I've done the same sort of thing as we did with these, and I just gessoed inside with white. But I'm loving them, absolutely loving them. And on the front, I've done a little resin rose, which just looks beautiful. It's not necessarily to pull it off the shelf, just as a handle, but just as an embellishment. And I've popped it onto a brad. So you can see there, I've just popped a little hole through and popped that on. I might cover that up depending if it gets caught on any fabric or anything that's in there, but I don't think it will. But look at that, little bit of bling, little bit of sparkle on there, which are beautiful. I think I might do a video on making these maybe on Sunday, just a quick one with some resin. It's made with UV resin, so if you've got any, so time to take it out. But I have made another one somewhere here. I've made a green one, and this is to go on the one that I will be doing later in a minute. So I'm going to show you basically how to do it. I've got one ready to cover, so I've got another one, but I'm going to actually show you how to put it all together. So I'm going to just pop those over there. Love them, absolutely love them, and they go on my shelf just perfect. Now what I've done, I've started off with some like chipboard. It's 2mm thick, so it's a good one. I'll link down where I got this. I got this from Amazon. So it's 12 by 12 or 30 by 30 centimetres. Again, you don't have to use this, you can just use cardboard boxes. I've used this because I like it. It's really, really sturdy. And I know that, you know, it's gonna last. And I just think it's fabulous. Loving the new papers. So what I've got, you want 2 of those. I think I bought these, I think you get 25 of these for, I think it's like 12 or 13 euros, which I thought was a really good price. Now I have cut them up and I've got some measurements on there. So one piece of this, I'm just cutting them in half. So I'm trying to do it so I'm not wasting anything. So that means that I can get you know, one box out of 2 sheets. So this is going to be the bottom piece. So this is going to be obviously 12 here, so that's 12 inches by 6 inches or 30 centimeters by 15 centimeters. So you just need one of those for the bottom. Okay, so then you need these 2 in this shape for the sides. So again, they are 12 by 12, 12 by 6 or 30 by 15 centimeters. And this bit I've cut off. I do have the measurements on here. No, well, I'll pop it underneath the video anyway. So this bit I've just measured along the top, and that's 8 inches. And I've marked it off here, or 20 centimeters. Okay, so then you put a little mark there, and then going up from one of the sides, it's 3 inches or 7.5 centimeters. It's roughly on the centimeters bit because it's not quite accurate. And then you just put a point there like that and just cut that piece off. So you've got that little bit here. So we've got this bit, okay. So you want 2 of those, 1 for each side, like that. So this is going to go on there. We're going to just pop those together like that. And then the front bit is just a smaller piece. So that is 6 by 3. So again, it's the same size as this. And I've just measured 3 centimeters up, or 15 by 7.5 centimeters. And then, so that's going to be the front. And then the back piece, which is going to go on the back here, that's just 6 by 6. Or 15 by 15 centimeters. So really quite simple. So it goes like this, like that. So make sure you put these 2 so they're going out, and then this one goes on the front like that. So the other thing we need is some tape. So I wasn't going to do this one because this tape was supposed to arrive next week, and it didn't. It came today, so I was like so excited to mean that I can finish some boxes now. This is like a packaging tape, but it's like a paper tape, so that means that you can, you know, stick things over the top. The shiny one you can't. You know what I mean? The paper, if we want to stick the paper over the top, it's really difficult. So this is lovely. I'll link this down. I've linked this in videos before because it's so good. I love it. Right, so what I'm going to do, make sure that these are the right way around. So I'm going to just do this one first. It doesn't really matter if I turn this over. I'm going to just, so you can tear this tape. It's really, really simple. Pop this on like that. Make sure it's stuck down nicely. Turn that over, pop this on, just so you've got a little gap in between, like that. And then this, just so you can bend it up like that. So you've got a nice gap in there. And then I'll take another bit of tape. These are so simple to do. They're not difficult, just a little bit time consuming, but they're just lovely. I just love them. And I was looking at buying some. They are really expensive. And the amount that I would want, that I would need, I'd pay a fortune for them. So just buying the actual chipboard and the tape has worked out really, really, you know, cost effective to making some boxes. So look, that just goes up. I'm just going to turn that over and just make sure that that's stuck down. I'm going to go over the tape in a minute anyway. So remember, the smaller bit goes where your little pointy bits are, and the bigger bit goes at the back there. So I'm just going to add another bit of tape like this. Let me just make that a bit smaller. I'm going to add more tape to it in a minute. I'm just sort of like pushing it together. So let's just take that out of the way. So I know a few of you made the little thin ones. Karen, I saw your pictures on Facebook. They were lovely. You made these, didn't you? I love them, and they just making my life so much easier. It's amazing how just a small thing that you make can make life so much easier. Okay, so let's just put that on there like that. So that will go up, and then that goes up like that. Can you see? And then we just attach them all together like that. Super! Love them. Right, let's just do this front bit. Let's turn this over. Pop this piece. Well, no, I'll do that in a second. Do that in a second. This is, you get 50 meters on here. So that's a really good size, isn't it? I normally get it, that's not very good rip. I got it from a shop. My original ones that I got were from a shop in Spain, online store. It's slightly different, which is this one here. Do you know what I mean? But I didn't have enough. I was afraid I was going to run out. And there's nothing worse than getting halfway through a project and you run out of your materials. That's a bit not good, is it? So that will just go down like that. Perfect. Right, I'm going to turn this over. I want to do it so there's no tape on the inside, because that's where I will gesso. So I'm going to add a little bit more. Oh, no, actually I'm going to turn this over again. Turn this back over. I'm going to do the back first. So I'm going to take a little bit of tape. I'm just going to almost like tack it together, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to put those together. Take a little bit of tape. It doesn't matter how untidy your taping is. We just need to put it together so that we can tape it properly. That goes down like that. We can tape this one. again, you can make so many different shapes and sizes of these. I think I'm in a little sort of happy place making stuff like this, because I do love making bits and pieces. Let's just make sure that that's level on there. Oh, I can remember when I was younger, I used to make things out of cardboard boxes constantly. Things, little things to put my pens in. Oh, I'm sure you are the same. So all sorts of things with toilet roll tubes. I think that's been with me for a long time. There we go. So look at that. How simple is that to be put together? I am a little bit further away today, aren't I? Oh look, I need to level that up. It's not quite level, but that's okay. There we go. Perfect, look at that. So how easy was that to do? And then all I'm going to do now, I want to make it as strong as possible, but it's pretty sturdy. It's pretty sturdy, I must say. So I'm going to put this along that edge, like that, and just pull it sort of quite tight so you really get that sturdiness on there, so it doesn't fall apart. There's nothing worse than it falling apart. That's why I don't mind putting so much tape on it like that, because it's really hard. Right, let's go around this bit. All that. We have got an extremely windy day out today. It's blowing an absolute hoolie out there. We've had lots and lots of rain. Luckily, we have here in Albufeira, there's a place called the Old Town. Some of you may have already been there, but they do a New Year's Eve concert down there, and it's people come from all over the world to play there. It's sort of DJs and things like that, and they had the most amazing firework display going on. And the weather for New Year's Eve was cold, but it wasn't raining, so I was so pleased. Not that I went, but can you imagine doing all of that, setting it all up, and then it absolutely pours with rain? It would be so disheartening, wouldn't it? But it didn't. It turned out fabulous weather, although I was nice and tucked up inside, because we can't go anywhere with Jessie anyway. Not with the fireworks. So guys, this is my... So it does look very neat and tidy, does it? But you wait to see the end result. Once you've done yours, you'll love it. Absolutely love it. Put that down. I'll show you how I covered it as well in a minute. But I do want to, and then I will... actually, I don't need to finish this one off covering all the tape, because I've got one done ready, because I painted gesso inside, so I won't bore you with actually adding all of the tape onto there, because look, you can see how sturdy that is. So yeah, I don't need to finish that one off, because I have one ready. Look at that, how exciting. So I want to cover this one up. This one's done with half the other tape as well. But I did gesso inside, so you can see the difference, can't you? It sort of like makes it a lot brighter, and then you can see what's in it a little bit better. Now I've got my, let me just show you, I've got my little bowl of bits and pieces. So this now, this will sit on my shelf. This will sit on my desk, so that means that I can put all my little bits and pieces that I want to use in a project in my lovely resin bowl, and I can just pick them out of this. So these will just sit on my shelf like that. So fabulous, love it. And then you can see these lovely little handles on the front, so I'm really happy with them. Right, so let me just pop those out of the way. So this one's nice and sturdy. Right, let's get covering. Now, the best way, I've taken these out of my lovely kit. Now, some of them are from, I think I've got 2 of the pages of each. One here I printed off. I did use one, I did use another one, so I've got these. I think one of them's from the Ko-fi ones as well. I'm not sure, but I'm going to use, I think I used 4 sheets, I'm not 100% sure. And I'm going to put that one back. I'm going to show you how. I did this side first. So I want to just go slightly over that front bit. So a whole piece, you need to use a whole piece like that. And then I covered the back up at the end. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to, like I did with the other one, let me just get my little scory board. I measured 2 centimeters, so make sure this is at the top. Let me just get my little tool. Measured 2 centimeters because I want to get the top, so when you look inside it's level. So I'm going to measure that and then fold this over like that. So that's our 2 centimeters. I'm going to do that on probably 3 of them, 3 or 4 of them. So let's just, this just makes the top, just makes it look a little bit tidier, doesn't it? So pop that one. Let's do these 2 while I'm here. Like that. Oops. So I'm just using my Fiskars paper cutter just to score it, because I don't have a large scoreboard. So which one do I want? I'm going to save it. I'm going to wait in a minute to see which one I want on the front. I might like that one on the front, so I won't do that one yet. I'm just going to do the sides. Oops, something just fell off. These 2 are the same. So we're going to start with this side. Now make sure you don't have any little sort of dincy bits in it, wrinkles in it, which I do have, because they will show through the paper. So I'm going to pop that. Like I said, I want this to come over just a little bit, like that. So I'm going to make sure that's level at the top, and then I'm going to bend this over the bottom just to make sure it's the right size, like that. So then this will slip on. If you've got all your creases nicely, then this works so much easier. You know, it makes your life so much easier. So I'm just going to this is just the front, so just, you know, make a little line there, and then we're going to fold that all the way like that. Fold that nicely. So then this sits on, that sits on. Right, I'm going to cut this little corner. I've got a little square there where we folded. I'm going to go from corner to corner, from that corner right the way into there. So I want this to sort of fold over like that, so it's nice and neat. Can you see that's a nice neat edge then? Right, so once that edge is in there, you've got that nice and tight on there, we need to open this up and find that little, now you can turn this over like this. Let's just push that in and get your pencil and just draw a line. Can you see? Just draw a line so you've got a mark on there. Or you can just hold that and you can sort of fold it over. It's entirely up to you how you do it, whichever you find the easiest. I'm just going to see if that is the line. That is pretty good. I'm going to have to fold it this way and then back to get that line. You see where I've just scored it, not scored it, marked it. Like that. So let's see if that fits. It is worth it, guys. It is worth it. It just takes a little bit of time to do this, but it will look absolutely gorgeous. So you saw the other one. It looks fabulous, doesn't it? I'm going to put that down. There we go. So that goes over like that. So I'm now going to take my little board again, because I forgot, and I need to cut this off. So we've got a 2 centimetre piece going down. So I'm going to line this up with my 2 centimetre line and then just cut it off, because we don't need that bit. Okay, so that bit we don't need, and then this means that we've got our little bit that fits absolutely perfect. Okay, let's score that along there. That goes along there, and what I'm going to do with these little edges, like we did on this one, just cut from that little point to the point, like that. And again on this one, this is like a little triangle, because we've got a funny angle going in there, so we just want to again cut from corner to corner, and then these will just fold in like that, which is perfect. And then you get a really nice clean look to it, like that. Right, so the first thing I'm going to do is start sticking down. So let's make sure this is going to go over that, like that. Perfect. And I'm going to get some glue. Let me pop all these little bits out of the way so I don't come covered in glue. I'm going to take a little bit of Mod Podge, should I say. Just pop it in the lid. I must have had that thing of Mod Podge for years. I really have had it for years. Right, I'm going to just go down the bottom one first, just like that. Just do one. I should have put something on my table, shouldn't I, really? Make sure this sits in, make sure all this bit is all level. Take that and just go along the bottom like that. There we go. Lovely. Lift that bit up. I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue on that bit. Just tuck that in, just in there. Get nice and gluey. I'm going to lift this off. Now we've done that bit, we know that when we flap this over, it's going to be in the right place. So let's just go back, and then we just need to glue the whole of this bit. So lots of lovely glue on there, like that, down there. So make sure you use enough glue, not too much, so you've got lines. Try not to get the lines in it. I know I sound very bossy and fussy, but it does make a big difference. Because when you get the big lines in it, that means that's when it sort of like starts to wrinkle up, and that's not a very nice look, is it? So try and get as even as possible. Oops. Take your paper, make sure these are out of the way, put your hand underneath, and then just, you know, flatten it over like that. That's all nice and flat without pushing too hard. Don't push too hard. I'm going to just glue this little bit down there. Stick you back down. that's over. We will cover the front up last. I'll do the front last, so I want that to just go over. A little bit of glue. You might find a different way, easier way of covering it. Do you know what I mean? This is just using digital papers, but you can cover it up with, you know, wrapping paper, or if you want to make it Christmassy for next year, or, you know, a little Valentine box or anything, you know, pop it. Any style goes, doesn't it? So if you find a lovely wrapping paper, it will probably be a little bit more cost effective to do that. But I just love this new paper that I got, this digital paper. Just so shabby and pretty. There we go. And then turn it around. Push this down. Just so it all sticks down nicely. And can you see, because we've measured it, this is going to be level inside. And then you haven't got one down here, one up here. It's all pretty straight, and I think they look sort of, you know, like you've bought them then, doesn't it? And a gift. God, can you imagine this as a gift for somebody? It'd be lovely. You don't have to make them this big. You can make them a little bit smaller, but obviously I'm putting them on my shelf. So that's what we want. And again, we just start from the other side. So we do that all over again. So it's roughly, you don't have to be precise, but so roughly there, like that. That bit that's bent over. Take that and just go along the bottom, like that. And we are going to lift that up and just score that across there. Pop that back down. We're in the right place, roughly. I'm going to just turn it around this way because it's easier for me to work, and then I'm going to just score this little bit like that, just so I know where we need to fold it. So we shall fold that down like that. Pop this back on again. That's on nice and neatly. That's on there like that. Make sure that bit is down. Gosh, it's really windy out. Oh, I'm going to turn that over. That wasn't very, it's a little bit awkward, but I'm going to get my pencil. I'm going to just score along, not score, I'm going to draw along that line. But I think, just to make sure, I think I might just bend it as well, just to double check. That's over there. Lift these out. And just push that down. There we go. That was pretty much on there. And then we need to just cut this little bit off. So we need to take this, again, just cut your 2 centimeters off. So I'm going to put this line, go down sort of like roughly where the 2 centimeters is, like that, on that same line. There we go. Pop that back in my little cubby hole. There we go. Perfect. So what we're going to do, we're going to, again, where these little corners are here, you just cut into that little bit, like that. It's a little triangle, you can see, it's like a little triangle here. Can you see? So what, it's probably easier for you to see there. So you just want to cut It's not a triangle, it's a diamond, sorry. It's like a little diamond there. Again, this is a little rectangle, so we just cut into the middle like that. And they just go around the corners really, really nicely. Okay, so do you know what I'm going to do to help me? I'm going to get my little pegs out, just for a minute. I'm going to peg that onto there so that they don't move. That comes down, and I'm going to take my glue. Have I got enough in there? I'm going to just go along the bottom. I don't think I've got enough glue, but tip out a little bit more. Oh, I think I'm going to have to put some of this Mod Podge on my list, on my Amazon list. Gosh, I don't know whether you can hear that wind. Really noisy. This is when I like being tucked up in my craft room, where you can see it's all windy. I can see the trees blowing all over the place. Gosh. Okay, that's lovely. That's a good idea. I don't know why I didn't think of that before. Popping those in there. I've got a new little drawer. I don't know whether I showed you. I think I did. I'm not sure. But it's a little one like this. Little clear one. It was €4, I think. And it's really nice to put my little clips in. Not sure what I'm going to put on the rest of them. But, you know, I like clear things like that when we put, to put little pegs and things in there, because I can actually see where they are. If you know what I mean. Right, let's pop this onto here. See if we got enough. Start from this side. Now you could probably alter a cardboard box doing this, and then you can cover them in fabric if you wanted to. Cereal boxes you could do. You can maybe double line them, just sort of like add a little bit more stability to it, add a bit more cardboard to it or something. If, you know, depending what you want to use it for. Oh, there's a piece of paper there, we don't want that. There we go. Bring this up over. Get it nice and tight. There we go. I'm using 160 GSM paper on here, which is sort of like what I normally use anyway. Because if you use it thinner, if you use it too thin and you glue it, it's going to sort of wrinkle up when it gets wet. So you want a sort of a decent weight. So when you're looking for if you've got a nice wrapping paper or something like that, make sure it's got a good thickness to it. So you're not gonna, it's not gonna all buckle up when you add your glue. Or you might even be able to find some like sticky back plastic to stick them on with, you know, like the stuff that we put on the top of our tables. But I'm kind of liking this paper. I just think it's fabulous. Right, let's just push that in there. Like I said, you don't have to do it like this. You can stick it on however you like. But I just wanted to show you how easy it is and how lovely it is when you get all this, you know, nice and level and straight. Right, let's just do this end bit like this. Tuck that in. little diddy bit can go over the top, like that. Now again, you can add bits of lace to this around the edges. You can make it really, really shabby. And lace on the front. I might actually add some lace onto some of these. You shall see, but I quite liked these. I just thought that looked really different to put on there. And it's still, I think it still looks shabby. But these papers, I'm just in love with these papers. Right, that's the two hardest bits. So, but don't they look great? And then we're going to take this bit, which I'm going to use again. I'm going to use the whole piece. Now I'm going to stand up because this one needs to be right. That's your bit that you're in. So we just want to wrap just like that. Make sure we've got these sides. Right, now I can sit back down again. Hold that in. Hold this in. Okay. Just make sure this is going to look at that. By doing that, it just makes it so neat and tidy and fit perfect. So again, on this bit, for the top bits, I'm not going to cut a V. I'm just going to cut out. Just, this is where it bends. This is where it bends over like that. So on this bit to fit, I'm just going to cut out that little sort of V in there. And again on this side. Just like that. Just so when it goes over the top, that fits in there like that. So it fits in there nice and neatly. Okay, so that's on that bit. Let's get this in. That's nice and tight. Then we just need to push this bit down. Take that off. Again, you can sort of measure it and do it, but when you're sticking your card bits together, sometimes they can sort of be slightly out. So this way, if you sort of like feel your way to doing it, I think it's probably easier. I'm going to just snip this and snip that like that. Pop them in the bin and not on the floor. There we go. Let's put that. And you see, and then that just tucks in. Lovely and neat. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Right, what shall I do? I think I might just put that on. I'm going to pop these and I'm going to glue this little bit down first. Oh, I think I've got glue in here. Let's just go along there. Oh, you're going to have some lovely shabby boxes, guys. You wait and see. I would love you to. Right, this year, I would love you to all to post something. Anything you like on there. Any of your makes, just post on our Facebook group. Because I would love to see if you have a go at making anything like this. Let's just lots of glue. Give us some ideas. Give me some ideas of what to do. And if you've got any ideas of what you'd like me to do in the Shabby Saturdays, just let me know, and I'll give it a go. Whatever it is. Okay. There we go, that's lovely. Let's turn it this way. Okay, how far does that need to go? About here. Oops, glue everywhere. That side, let's do this side. I need a little bit more glue, or I am gonna just about have enough, I think. Don't know whether I'm gonna have enough to do my other box, but I do have lots more other glues that I can use. Don't waste your tacky glue, a little bottle of tacky glue. Try and get some, you know, you can just use the PVA school glue to do things like this. Don't use your best glues because it's a sort of a waste. You can just use some normal PVA glue, which I've got this one, which I think I've showed you before, just a school glue, that is, which I could have used. Because we're just doing paper to card, it will work really well. Okay, let's do the sides first, I think. A bit of glue. Put that in. Organising. We like organising, don't we? I think it's nice, good time of year to start organising. So this is why I'm making these boxes, to do my shelf. So these are going to look fabulous. Then I'm not going to have so much on my desk, because I've got lots and lots of scrap fabric on in my desk and in front of me and everywhere. So I have sort of, you know, divided it up. Actually, only a little pot. I've got another box somewhere. Fabulous. Look at that, guys. Isn't that just lovely? Let's do these two bottom bits. Now, I haven't put anything on the bottom, but I do have a piece of felt, which I've got, which is quite nice, which I'm thinking of putting it on the bottom instead of paper. I haven't made up my mind yet, so that's why I've not put anything on the bottom. There we go. Push that on. Look at that. Pretty good, isn't it? I think. Lovely. So that's the back, the sides. So there's nothing on the bottom, but I got this. I've only got this little piece left, but it does actually fit on the bottom of here. So I'm not sure whether to put felt, because it's going to be obviously sliding on and off my shelf, and my shelf is roughly this deep. So I'm not sure whether this will help it slide on and off than just paper on it. So we shall see. I haven't made my mind up yet to put that on there. Right, the front. Let's see, I do have some bits which I put on the front of the other one. Just what I mean, but I don't think it's quite wide enough. So I think I might have to use this piece here, like that, on there, which I think is probably the same as the other bit. So I'm going to eyeball this, and I'm going to just mark it there. I need this glue, so let's just pop that to the side. Okay, I marked that off and I don't know where it is. There we go, there it is. That's it, just there. Now this doesn't have to be as accurate side on the sides, because you've got that on there. You've got already covered over it, so you know, as long as you don't have too much of a contrasting colour, you know, that fits really nicely on there. So again, I'm just going to score. Where's my score? There it is. 2 centimetres. Well, that's just under an inch, 3/4 of an inch, I think that is. So I'm just going to bend that over and make sure, because this has to fit in that, like that. There we go. That fits lovely. And then this comes down there like that. I could probably just cut about 2 centimeters off that as well. Fabulous. There we are. So this will go on there, that just slots in, and then this will just go along the bottom. Not as easy to do because you can't put it down because you've got the little side bit. So let's just mark this off. So this one is easy bit of gluing on this one. Let me just stand up. So that just tucks in there like that, and that goes along the bottom. And then I'll show you how I mark the middle. So let's just get a little bit of glue. Sorry if I'm a bit loud, I'm probably just talking right into the microphone there. Let's just glue this. It would probably been better to glue this bit first, wouldn't it? Never mind, never mind. Let's just pop that in. Pull that down. There we go. So that should be nice and neat in there, look. So it all matches all the way around. There we go. Oops, I don't want to go right to the edge, do I? Doesn't quite go all the way to the edge. There we go, and I'm going to go along the bottom. There we go. Oh, loving it. There we go, got a little bit too much glue on the bottom there, but that's okay. But how neat and tidy. Oh, I love it. Right, do you think I said I love it enough in this video? But look at that. Doesn't that look gorgeous? Loving this paper. Right, let me just ink a little bit. Where's my ink pad? There it is over there. Just going to, just along these edges a little bit. Like that. Just finish it off, just so it looks a little bit old in there. Just get a little bit of shabbiness in there as well. Let's do this side. Sort of dirty it up basically, aren't we? Make it look all nice and clean and tidy, and then making it look grubby. And I think it looks fabulous. I would like to get some little sort of round hat boxes, which would be nice, but you know, they're a bit awkward to store, aren't they? Let's just go round. Right, that's pretty much it. Oh, the back. Let's not forget the back. How beautiful that rose is on there. Oh, got a little bubble in there. I can see a little bubble. Or maybe not. Did I just squash that down? Not too bad, because that's the back, so we don't really see the back too much. Okay, that's done. That's fabulous, isn't it? Right, guys, what I'm going to do now, I want to put this on. So this is just added a brad onto here. And I made this just with some UV resin. So I'm going to stand up. I need to find the middle. So I'm going to get my ruler. I'm going to go from corner to corner. Like that. And just sort of do a little line. Doesn't matter because we will have covered it up anyway. Oops, I'll have to do it this way because I can't really see. Yes, I put my big head in the way. Oh, it's right there. So, this is the middle, right there. Does that look like, that doesn't look like the middle to me? Does it look like the middle to you? Yeah, it is. It didn't look like the middle to me. Right, I'm going to take my awl. I'm going to just push that through. Be gentle. Like that, just so we've got a little hole. Take our little brad. Now you might have little doorknobs or things like that that you could add in there onto the front, but a brad will just go in there nicely like that. Which way round does it go? That way. And then we can just flip that back, because if you have like a door handle or something, it's going to be on a screw, so it won't go flat like that, but you can just pop that on. Oh, I love it. Not sure whether I like the green as much as the pink, but by doing this I can change them, can't I? Can you see that pink one's beautiful? But I did a green one because I thought, you know, this is green, and it might go. Oh, make sure I don't want any bubbles in this. Take your time doing it, guys, as well, and leave it to dry for a little bit before you start fiddling with it like me. But I am absolutely loving them, and I hope you do too. I'm just going to get my tray. Look, I sorted some coffee stain and white lace and bits that I had in here. These are all in my, can you believe it, in one of my little pots. These are all mixed up together. But now I will finish off doing my other one, finish off taping it, and then paint the inside, and then I will have 3 on my shelf. But don't you think they look lovely? I hope so, and I hope you're going to give it a go. I absolutely love them. So that wasn't too bad, was it? Oh, I do like them, and I think they are. Now, I used all of it apart from a tiny bit of card. Where did I put that? Here. That's the only bit I didn't use, because that would have made 6 inches across the thing. So you could actually add another piece in and sort of like put dividers in there as well. I might have a go at doing a dividery one, which I haven't done yet. So you could put things in the front, you know, divide them off into different ways. But that's all we have left from 2. So you can make, you know, it takes 2 of those to make one of these. I'll pop the measurements underneath the video so you can have a look if you're going to give it a go. Or you can just make them any size you like. But there we go, guys. I think they are fab. I really, really do. So beautiful. So what I'll do is I might do this on Sunday, just a quick video, just to show you how I made those, because they are just so, so pretty. So have a fantastic rest of the day, guys. Do take care, stay safe, and I will see you soon. All right, guys, bye-bye.